I'm Goose.
I am Logan.
And we're at the Silver City Ghost Town. Today we're in the illustrious Bodfish, California, up in the Kern Valley Mountains. We've been up here for a few times, but apparently this is an interesting place. We were told that this is a great museum and a historical place.
So we decided to check it out.
We decided to check it out. What do you think?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Don't think I've ever been here before.
Tyler's here. Say hi, Tyler.
Hello.
We're gonna go check out the Silver City Ghost Town. Silver City Ghost Town. In 1855, gold was discovered in Kern Valley. Miners flocked here throughout the world to get in what was believed to be California's second great gold rush town. The town sprung up in the area, but many were abandoned within a few years when the gold ran out in the 1970s. Hello. Good. We come to check you guys out.
Awesome. Welcome. Is this your guys' first time?
First time here.
Awesome. Let me tell you guys all about it.
Cool deal.
Right here's our first antique store. Everything in there is for sale except for the kitty cat. She goes in and out. And then over here is our other antique store. And then down the boardwalk into the back, that's the museum. That's the Ghost Town.
Okay.
Nothing for sale back there. Just a small admission fee. $7.50 each. If you guys would like, I can handle that in front here with you guys.
You guys take card?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And it's also 10% off the marked price in our first store and 20% off the marked price in our other store.
Nice.
And the only thing that we do ask is that there is no photography inside of the stores.
Okay, so you want me to shut the video camera off?
Only for the stores.
All right.
Alrighty, well, welcome. Howdy. So what we have back here is over 20 authentic historical structures, the oldest of which dates back to circa 1858, which means it is over 160 years old and it has predated Civil War. It is also believed to be the oldest standing structure in the entire Kern River Valley, and that is our Apollo Tay Berlando house with our weird green chair. If you guys have any theories or suggestions on what that chair is, please do let me know.
I don't have I have to go I'd have to go sit down in it and let you know.
Our only theories is that it's either a dentistry chair or it is a torture chair. Personally, I believe there is no difference between the two.
I didn't think there was a difference between them either.
Especially nowadays, right? Most of these buildings were brought here in the 1960s. Some were also brought in the 1990s as well. And they were all brought here in an effort to preserve and save them. And they were brought from no further than 7 miles. So super local. Yep. And they were brought from small mining towns and mining camps with the names of Keysville, Claraville, Whiskey Flat, Miracle, Hot Springs, South Fork, and Isabella. Now, something you guys may or may not know is before there was a Lake Isabella, or even an Isabella Lake for that matter, there was a town site down there called Old Isabella. It is now known as our own little poor man's Atlantis, or at least what's left of it. Now, we're not entirely sure how we received this building. Some say it was a gracious donation, while others say we had the best poker face. But that is our old original Isabella jail.
Oh, really?
So lock each other up in there, take some pictures through the bars, and have fun. And if you guys start over here at the old Wells Fargo building and work your way around clockwise, it works much better that way. And each of the buildings have a piece of paper that gives you guys a little bit more history. And then after you guys have seen the Ghost Town, we've got a book right over there. If you guys would like to sign it, leave a comment, let us know what you thought. Absolutely feel free. Any questions?
So you basically just kind of start this way and work our way down.
Yep.
Now, I would figure that all the ones that are either closed or got a chain around them, you basically just stay outside. Yep. And you said the jail, you can go inside the jail?
Yep, you can go inside of our jail here, and then our second to last building on the end over there, you can go in about 2 feet, and then there's a rope barrier.
Okay, cool deal.
Alrighty, you guys enjoy.
You ready to go see some ghosts?
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go.
The sign. It's looking at me.
Cute, I like that. You're funny, Tyler. We're here at the Wells Fargo. Look at that trunk, dude.
Ooh, look at this safe.
Should I say, who is in the trunk?
shit, you can. I don't know if I should though.
Yeah, let's not break the trunk. That was old trunk, dude.
Do you think this old? Look at
Dude,
the
what did you find down here?
safe? Any money in there?
It's like Al Capone's vault. Empty. Wow. That is a big safe. So what is the Wells Fargo?
Still reading it.
What does it say?
It's like our Wells Fargo office was once one of the stage stop buildings for overnight guests, originally located at the community of Hot Springs, later renamed Scovern Hot Springs. The barbershop and hotel next door were later additions. Many famous and well-to-do people stayed at the resort at the turn of the century. Most came to enjoy the therapeutic and healing qualities of mineral water bubbling out of artisan wells in the state, artesian wells at the site. There were dozens of buildings in the town of Hot Springs during its colorful history, including a 2-story hotel, blacksmith shop, private residences, and other outbuildings, a tin barn included.
Dude, check out this chair.
Made out of horseshoes.
Man, horseshoes.
That's cool.
Check this out. Look at this.
Let's see what it says. I'm staring right into the sun.
Rooms for rent. Rooms to let.
Oh, this must be the hotel you're talking about.
Yeah. This is pretty cool. Here's the post office.
Around in there.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
This is our post office displays one of the few remaining structures accessible to the public from the rip-roaring town of Clareville. The remnants of the town are located far up in the Paiute Mountains, which are visible if you take 3 steps back. Don't fall off the boardwalk.
Paiute,
Look up to
Paiute
your
Mountains.
left. Take 3 steps back and look up left. Talk about like up there in those mountains.
Probably. You don't fall off the boardwalk. You know what's funny is like I was looking back here and I almost fell over and like there's someone in there. I realized no, it's a mannequin. It's one of those you figure ghost town. You look and see some figure. You're like, oh! The gold disappeared. Clareville, so did the clown terror.
Post office cage and boxes are identical to those that were used in Clareville's post office. The originals are on display at the museum in Kernville.
Ooh.
Is that the Kern Valley Museum?
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Large oak mail sorter on the left is from the old Kernville post office site, now under the waters of Isabella Lake.
Oh wow.
A small wooden sorter in the back room is from the living ghost town of Randsburg near Ridgecrest. When the gold disappeared in Clareville, so did the town. Sources have told of visiting the site in the 1920s when it looked much like Silver City does today. The miners had left most everything they owned at the site, and our informant says that the saloons were fully stocked, beds were made, and tables were set in a ghostly reminder that times past.
Wow.
Why leave their goods? It was too expensive to have them freighted out. Cheaper to buy new goods at the next boomtown.
Wow.
You know what I was thinking? They say this has been used as a film site.
Uh-huh.
So it's probably used in westerns.
Oh, most likely. This is a general store. Jesus.
Oh, the mannequin back there scary?
Yeah, I had a similar thing happen when I looked into the post office.
I was just telling Logan the same thing.
Like, so you'd be like, "Hello there."
I was like, I looked in there, I saw that, I was like, holy crap. That's enough to take the wind out of you.
It's like, "Hello."
Oh, so it says that this is the only other building from the mining town of Clareville. And here at the end it says that makes these 2 buildings probably the only structures in the world that have been located at 3 separate ghost towns during their history.
Wow. I can kind of feel the energy off of it.
It's make my stomach.
You mean?
Yeah. You know when I looked in this? It says someone was telling me to not walk in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
What that means.
I'm going in. Oh, jeez. The wood is over
Step up.
really soft. Yeah, I can feel it. I know he's in here.
Who's it?
Yeah, he's not very happy. I can already tell. This is creepy. It's like one room with one cot, and you got here's a window here. That's one window, and then you got a window over here, and that's it.
Holes in the wood. I don't know if you count those as windows.
Yeah, it was like, look at this down here. So this is where they would
Chain them?
chain them. You got one
Well, I guess there's going to be two rooms.
one school, or one school, one stool.
Stool, not
School.
school.
The stool.
It's a school for stools. Stool school.
This is what happens when you try to talk too fast, or you put two words together that they make one word, and it's still the wrong one.
I keep seeing misty things.
This is the old original Isabella jail and dates
Come
between
on.
In the back
1890
room,
and
I keep
I know.
in that one corner. I keep
Here.
seeing what
Logan.
looks like misty spider webs.
Here.
Like that corner.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Calm down. They got another one right here. Another one of those.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's probably two separate rooms. This was like, I don't know, walk between them. I don't know.
Possibly.
Let's see those down there. There's a cot. Another spittoon there in the corner.
Yeah, he's basically saying this is my space, get out.
Mm-hmm. So this is the old original Isabella jail and dates between 1890 and 1905. Its former site now lies under the waters of Isabella Lake. Inside you will see the shackle rings and desperate marks on the floors and walls made by those unfortunates to have been locked up here. One of the West's last great gunfighters was believed to have been held in this jail in 1905. His name was Newt Walker, one of 7 brothers, all proficient with a gun, and he surrendered to Sheriff Kelly after successfully evading a posse for several days in the Paiute Mountains. Newt was wanted for the spectacular double quick-draw murder of George Bagby and Dave Burton in the streets of nearby Isabella.
So sorry to kind of like tag along. I mean, I know Logan's had the camera for a little bit, but Tyler and I were doing a little bit of ghost hunting back here in the jail. Felt like we caught something really weird in there, but you know, we're not professional ghost hunters, so but you know, we just had to go back in there and check it out. It was really weird, but it was on with the show. So
Let's do this.
right here's the marshal's office. You see in here, the desk over here, and a lamp, some chairs. I don't know if Logan was talking about this building outfitted as Silver City's Marshal's office was relocated from the famous Big Blue Mine site near present-day Kernville. It was most likely used as a miner caretaker's cabin. The Big Blue produced many millions worth of high-grade gold ore before the series of unfortunate events shut it down. The structure most likely dates to the 1880s, and its simple design is typical of the era when men were more interested in the diggings than their abodes.
That are simply constructed bagnio or crib, as they were more commonly referred to, came from Old Keysville. Many cowboys and miners were entertained by painted ladies in windowless buildings like this one throughout the Old West. Today, one of the few remaining buildings at the site is the Walker Cabin, not accessible to the public. After gunfighter Newt Walker's sensational 1905 trial, which you might have read about over there, happened in Bakersfield,
Oh yeah.
he continued to live in Keysville in a time when most of the old-time gunfighters had hung up their weapons. Newt proudly and defiantly wore a sidearm and carried his rifle, and he wore a big cowboy hat and knee-high boots to accent this fine outfit. In the 1920s, Newt was found dead in the family cabin. Nearby was the body of another man. Blood, whiskey, and playing cards were scattered throughout the house, and one of Newt's brothers was found dead in the family mine shaft out back.
Wow.
It is surmised that this was a case of murder-suicide, but no one really knows what occurred on that fateful afternoon so long ago. Though one thing can be said for sure. Newt Walker lived as he died. Wild West style. This is supposed to be a fully outfitted, like, miner's cabin.
Okay. Miner's cabin with...
Said our fully outfitted miner's cabin dates around 1880 or so.
Dude, that's a skull back there.
Inside, you will see some items that virtually every successful miner needed.
The miner needed a skull?
I don't know.
Apparently his name was Scout.
Says something that's in there. The tin lunch pail by his bed is a very scarce artifact today.
Oh yeah.
Few of these lunch tins have survived in this condition. Even more uncommon are the original Old West boots by the bed. A cowboy or a miner would spend a week's pay for a good pair of boots. Serviceable examples of frontier boots are very rare indeed today.
Look at that hammer.
Note that newspapers were used for wallpaper.
Yeah. A single stove to cook in, a cot to sleep on. Look at that size of that trunk. There's another trunk. That thing's humongous. It's probably where he kept all of his valuables. You think this was for explosives?
Well, judging by the big sign that does indeed say explosives, I'd say so.
Yep.
I mean, the back half is collapsed, so.
Is it really?
Nice
Yeah,
view
do you
up on top
see,
of
see,
that
like, you
cross.
can see straight
Oh,
through.
that is. Look at that.
This is just a beautiful area.
What were you saying, Tyler?
What?
What the building is over
Oh,
there?
yeah. It looks like a church.
It does look like a church. It's got a bell on it. It's either a church or it's a school.
Hey, it could be a school or a church.
Or a church. Because you see the bell tower is up there, so it's one or the other. Hey, what does that say, Logan?
This modest little building was used as an assay and tools dispersal office at the old Opportunity Mine in the historic frontier boomtown of Keysville.
Yes, an assayer's office. Would they be the ones like help? I guess that's where you would go to claim your mine.
It said, Keysville was infamous for its lawlessness and many outlaws. It still has its share of both. If you go to the site today, you might get an uneasy feeling of being spied on from the thick of bushes. One modern visitor told of being confronted by a, quote, wild-looking man dressed in a loincloth and war paint carrying what looked to be an automatic rifle. He asked us what we were doing on his property. When I told him it was national forest land, he said that we were mistaken and that we were trespassing. We didn't argue.
we got out.
Yeah. So there's a small monument marking the spot where the rambling town used to be, and remnants of an old fort wall that was constructed to halt an Indian uprising that never occurred. Other than the Walker cabin, there's little remaining of the historic mining town.
Wonder what this building is over here. Wonder if, oh, it's got a little thing on the.
I wonder if this is a building that, like, where you process it with the gold or something and weigh it and value it or whatever.
The Peterson Ranch Cowboy bunkhouse. This is a bunkhouse. Was relocated from the present site of the town of South Lake. The bunkhouse dates to around 1890. And was one of many buildings that were on the historic site. Today, many luxury homes perch at the edge of Isabella Lake on what was once the sprawling ranch. Nyla Peterson was the founder of the historic Peterson stage lines, which ran for many years through the Kern River Valley to Bakersfield via Caliente. Wonder if this is part of the bunkhouse. Look at that thing over there. That thing looks like it got shot to bits.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what it is either. Whatever it is, it's full of holes. So, oh, this is a church.
Let's see, we got the pulpit.
We're gonna actually step up. They even got a Bible up on the pulpit. Wow. Look at this, Logan. This is an old church. Dang. This is a saloon. Well, it says saloon right here. Daggum.
Very small saloon. But it's a really cool saloon.
They got such tiny chairs in here. Kids hanging out in the saloons or something? Right there.
Dude, that looks like a rocking chair for a leprechaun.
Done. You got a saddle in here. Look at those heads back there. That's crazy.
I swear, if they move and say hello, I'm out of here.
Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. You kind of feel that, look, Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got a pain of what a saloon would have looked like back in the Old West. See that picture right there? Looks like it's got holes in it.
Good grief.
Do you have any idea what this could be? This weird desk thing?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't look like they could have stored bottles there because the shelves are
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has like slots in there for like cards or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know about that. A little creepy. I know that it's not, I don't feel anything threatening. It's just my spidey senses are going off.
There's an unusual amount of mirrors in here. Like,
There is. You know what?
see, look, there's a mirror here.
Here, in 3 mirrors.
And then
You're right.
More reflective things like the
There are more mirrors over there. I wonder if they created a psychomantium.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, yeah.
Chair.
There's that chair she was talking about. Let's get a better look at that chair. Wonder if I could sit in it.
Christ.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's enough to wake you up. Got all these mannequins in here. This must be another saloon. Got to be another saloon.
The famous Apalatea Burlando house is believed to be the oldest standing structure in the Kern Valley. This old house has a long and interesting past. It was originally located at the present-day site of Kernville. It is built entirely of hand-hewn lumber and hand-forged square-cut nails. Many believe that the Burlando house is haunted. We have heard reports of windows opening and closing by themselves, strange sounds and footsteps. Very cold air sometimes blows out of the door when the building is opened up, even in the heat of summer. Many people say they've seen the rocking chair rock by itself. Others have reported the bottles on the back bar moving around in front of the mirror as they watched in disbelief.
You know what was funny? But when you guys were
there's
talking about that, I saw a mist to like go from this side of the door to that side of the door.
You did?
Yeah.
I see the rocking chair in the back. There's the rocking chairs back behind the Indian and the hat. Can you move something for us? Move one of the bottles?
Or make that clock in the back go off or whatever?
Yeah, can you make the clock chime in the back? Yeah, play us a tune on the hurdy-gurdy.
No.
Move a bottle. Say something to us. Tell us to get lost.
Here's something wrong.
92. Well, be careful because you're... Dude, look at that. If you see the one Indian sitting there, he's got a gun underneath the table.
Oh yeah, I see that.
You see that? I don't know who's playing cards in here, but someone's not happy. Someone looks like they're cheating. Are you cheating? Oh, I got someone who's not happy with me saying that.
Come on, faster, stupid phone.
Move the rocking chair. When we were here, we were talking to the gal. The gal was talking about this green chair here, and they're like, we don't know what the chair is for.
They said they had two theories. Either it was a dentist chair or a torture chair. So
How does it feel sitting in that chair?
it's weird.
Weird?
Because not only is it just uncomfortable, but knowing that it was probably a torture chair, there's bad vibes.
You get bad vibes off that chair?
It's like, would they strap people down, probably tie them back with these, or strap their arms to these? I don't know, but it's weird.
Oh, I already get a feeling it's just uncomfortable. Oh yeah, I just.
So how uncomfortable?
It just feels like. It just feels like I shouldn't be sitting in this chair. It's like it's almost the same feeling you were getting. I shouldn't be sitting in this chair. It's. Oh, I gotta get up. This is. I can feel the whatever is attached to that chair is just not right. It's kind of weird being here. I mean, we come here just kind of to check the place out, like do a little kind of amateur ghost hunting and do our little thing here. But man, we're getting kind of the creeps here in some of these places. Like the one saloon we felt was very inviting and nice to be at. This other saloon, it gave me the creeps. Like, it felt like there were some people there that obviously didn't want us there. You were saying it's the oldest structure.
It's the oldest structure. I think it's the oldest standing structure in the Kern Valley.
Jeez.
It said many people believe it to be haunted.
Yeah, I can tell. I can feel it. This one says restaurant.
Yeah, get some lunch.
Wait. This says restaurant. This says doctor.
A doctor was also a chef.
Does Hannibal Lecter live here?
Yeah, that's the scary part. It's like, if the doctor's cutting, what is he cutting and what is he cutting it for?
Like a Sweeney Todd type doctor.
Having him with fava beans.
A nice candy. Well, this is an interesting place. We got a really good education on some of the structures here. Did a little amateur ghost hunting. Really felt some weird stuff, presence, weird stuff going on here. I don't know if this place is like really,
if it's haunted, or it's just got a lot of history.
Got a lot of history, and we kind of got a feeling that there were some things here that like didn't want us here. But it's a pretty nice, cool little place. It's like. It's right off of, what is this place? It's right
on Lake Isabella Boulevard.
Lake Isabella Boulevard here, Bodfish. And it's really cool. How much were the tickets?
It was $7.50 each.
Which means it's really, really affordable for you to come on now.
I think for all three of us it was $22.
$22? That sounds about right. So if you got some time, come on out to Bodfish on Lake Isabella Road. Come out to
Silver City Ghost Town.
And just check this place out. If anything, you get some really good history of the area, and especially of the gold rush time that was going on here. Boomtowns. It was, if anything, it was really, really cool to see all the structures. So Logan, if they want to check us out anywhere else, where do they go?
You can find all our social media links at withkoji.com/@travelbynature. They can find our links to our Instagram for Travel by Nature, as well as our TikTok and Twitter pages for Travel by Nature, as well as links to our podcast, On the Show and Wrestling Boys. And there you can find an Ask Me Anything tab, or if you're so generous, you can even leave us a tip.
And if they want to help out the channel, what would they do?
You can hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share to your friends.
Yeah, share it out to your friends. Leave us a comment. It makes us smile. So here in Bodfish, California, from the Silver City Ghost Town, I am Goose.
I'm Logan.
This is Travel by Nature. Thank you for watching.